speak on it. Retro current team, nonprofit. There's a lot of things to talk about, and we will be brief on a couple of these topics, simply because of the fact that there's a couple of videos that will take a little time. Actually, I didn't intend to say nothing about the Academy Award incident, and then Amari brought me back to reality, and that is, it's not what I want to necessarily focus on, but what people are focusing on. And I appreciate him doing that, because my position is people haven't talked about it so much, and I didn't want to add to it. But I did have a different perspective. That perspective was shared on the other milieu the other night. And my position has been from day one. Jada, send him off, period. All of that conversation people have about what Will did or didn't do and what Chris did or didn't do, okay, that did happen. But she sent him off, period. She did that. But everybody want to run around, the black woman, standing up for your woman, da-da-da-da, woo-woo-woo. You know, that's why I didn't want to talk about it, because then, you know, you look at me and say he don't like women. No, I like women. I had a mama. I got a daughter. You know what I'm saying? It ain't I don't like them, but I don't go for that BS. And this whole thing, this whole culture you have created, that the woman is the backbone of the Democratic Party, that the black man ain't nothing but a damn shoestring and a sex toy. No, I don't accept that. Or I don't. No, I don't accept that a female can say that she got a bigger Jones than a man. No, I don't accept that. No, I don't. So when you sit here and you make it all about her being disrespected, that's a lie. She was not being disrespected. The man was doing his job. She's an entertainer. He's an entertainer. And Will is an entertainer. They are entertainers. They are actors. Now, you don't have to believe me. You know, at the end of the day, Chris Rock and Will Smith going to probably make a movie, and you're going to be running to see it. Just like people ran out and paid 10 times more for Chris Rock tickets this week. See what I'm saying? It's about money. So I didn't want to get into that, because I know I'm not going to be saying what you want to say, and you think that somebody that go the other way is just being a crank. No, that ain't the point. The point is, anybody that got any experience with dealing with women and dealing with street action and dealing with what happened there know very clearly that he was sent off. He was smiling at the man's joke. Then he look at her, and then he get possessed by a demon and go slap the man. Get the hell out of here. And then Chris' automatic reaction as a man didn't go back to knock him out. Come on, man. You know that's foolishness. Had that been legit, dude slapped him, wouldn't nobody have to tell Chris Rock to slap him back. His energy, his spirit, the male in him would have made him react. Would have. So y'all gonna sit here and want to divide how we should see Chris Rock and Will Smith. How did you see Mike Tyson and other boxers when they get ready to promote a fight? They be hitting each other, talking yang, and Mike might even be thinking about how to chew off an ear. Snap out of it, people. Now let's get to the real deal here. You've seen it, but let's listen to part of the game and look at this woman and see, is she a queen or something else?
Yeah.
You know, there's people's feelings involved.
Right. Right.
You know, it's healing that needs to happen.
Yes, absolutely. So what happened, Jada?
Okay, so I think it was about 4 years ago. Started a friendship with August, and we actually became really, really good friends. And it all started with him just needing some help. You know, me wanting to help his health, his mental state, and we found all those different resources, you know, to help pull him through. And from there, you know, you and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
That particular point in time, it was indefinite.
Yeah. I really felt like we could be over. You know?
No, we were over.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, you know, I think from there, you know, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement.
I think you need to say clearly what happened.
And I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship, absolutely.
We decided that we were going to separate for a period of time and you go figure out how to make yourself happy.
I was in a lot of pain and I was very broken. Now, in the process of that relationship, I definitely realized that you can't find happiness outside of yourself. Mm-hmm. And luckily enough, you and I were also going through a process of healing in a much different manner.
Mm-hmm. During that time, launched into an interaction with August. What do you feel like you were looking for?
I just wanted to feel good. Mm-hmm. It had been so long since I felt good.
Right.
And
husband,
Now let me tell you something. That was a piece of a piece. And you can go on YouTube and find a lot of stuff that depends on what type of person you are that'll make you say, But now, anybody looking at that particular clip and still want to think and focus on the two men, if you can't see, one of her songs was Wicked Wisdom. The other song is Burn. You need to listen to the lyrics of those songs. Then you will see. You will hear some things. You understand? So don't keep looking at the black male, trying to make like either one of them was less than what is expected. Man, they ain't did no more than people been doing for eternity. Oh, it wasn't appropriate. The whole black male, man, hey, that ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? And dude wanted to hurt him. He daggone sure when the BITCH slapped him, he would have knocked him. And as far as her head, she look good. That's a fashion statement. People been wearing bald heads, those that can. Some of them got them old ugly lopsided watermelon heads. They can't wear it. But when nobody even knew she had a condition, if she didn't tell it, the man didn't say nothing malicious. The man was making what do they call it? He was making not even a joke. He wasn't. He was making fun. That's what he was doing. Making fun so people could laugh. And then you all gonna make like he was disrespecting her because of her condition. Get the hell out of here. The real condition she got, no, somebody should have dealt with that long time ago. All right, brother, play this other piece so people can see the drummer.
Wow, dude. It was a G.I. Jane. My first name out to I'm going to, okay? This is a lot of people. That was it. The way this night and this week okay. So we are here to give a doctor. Wow, dude. It was a G.I. Jane. My first name out to I'm going to, okay? This is a lot of people. That was it. The way this night and this week okay. So we are here to give a documentary.
Well, you know, that piece showed her laughing too. Everybody was laughing until she decided to do what? Send him off. And you can tell he got sent off because he was laughing too. So the bottom line is, y'all act like something happened. Then nothing happened. The Oscars, this is just a Negro opinion, the Oscars had been losing money because people was not really paying attention to them. And they needed to try to like get the game up. So this got the game up 51% up. And then Negroes running around here running your mouth wanting to get in on the castigation and castration of a black man. Get out of here. He hit him, he slapped him. But it was part of a entertainment. It was part of making fun. She was laughing, Will was laughing, until she looked at him and gave him the clue. Play this other piece, brother. It's about 8 minutes, I think, where they sitting at the table and they having a little conversation there. I don't want to sit here and call people nothing, but they got a unique type of relationship, open marriage. They just do all type of things. And then y'all gonna sit here and talk about the black man protecting and standing up for his woman. No, that woman there pulled him down. She pulled him into quicksand. So black people, Negroes, stop acting like slave colored Jim Crow clowns. All right, brother, come on with it.
She forced me. Will Smith speaks on Jada Pinkett told him to go slap Chris Rock. Shocking news has surfaced where Will Smith has spoken on Jada Pinkett, urging him to go slap Chris Rock. Just when we thought the Will Smith-Chris Rock scandal might conclude, it keeps on coming back with more and more intriguing developments. At this point, we all know that Chris Rock's joke about Jada Pinkett Smith during the 2022 Oscars didn't land well with the actress or her husband, Will Smith, who then took to the stage and landed a blow on Chris Rock's face in front of a live audience and millions of viewers back at home. Since then, not only have we seen reactions from top celebrities and the general public alike, we've also seen Will Smith address the situation and reveal something shocking. But what has Will Smith come out and admitted to? And is Jada to blame for the entire situation? Let's find out in this video. Will Smith has gone public with his feelings about the incident for the first time since the Oscars, giving the world his candid take on the situation. Will has apologized to Chris Rock, the Academy, and the public for slapping him on stage during the 94th Academy Awards, saying he was out of line and that his actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. He provided a deeper apology and explanation for his behavior on Monday, writing on Instagram that he reacted emotionally to Rock's joke about his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, who's been vocal about her alopecia-related hair loss. Violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive, said Smith. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I acted emotionally. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I'm embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man that I want to be. There's no place for violence in a world of love and kindness. Smith added apologies to the film. Pay a 1% list.
Now, actually, that speaks for itself. And the bottom line is this: you don't have to believe it, but like I said, I said it from day one. When I saw it hit the little device that Slick sent him off. Period. Ain't got nothing else to do with nothing, so it don't call for all that discussion. Now we're gonna transition into some other things. Another thing is, I guess I want to say, we're going to start off with this whole, what I consider arrogance, where the Democrats are talking about bringing the Democratic Convention to Chicago. I don't even know how in the hell, she can even have the audacity to suggest that you would have something like that in Chicago. Play that piece, Brother Amari, if you will. about the Democratic.
Illinois Democrats are weighing a potential bid to host the 2024 Democratic National Convention. Governor J.B. Pritzker, Senator Tammy Duckworth, and Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot are championing this effort. The Democratic National Committee has yet to release the specific criteria for interested convention cities, but Lightfoot said she is certain Chicago has, quote, got it all.
I think we've got a very good and compelling story to tell, and a convincing story that Chicago is the right choice, aside from all of the amenities that we can offer in the city. And I will also say we're a really fun city in the summertime.
I can agree with that. Mayor Lightfoot says the location would depend on DNC specifics, but offered up the United Center, Wintrust Arena at McCormick Square, and Navy Pier as possible options to house this huge event.
Now, let me ask you something. I mean, what did I miss? With all of the violence and all of the craziness that's taking place in Chicago, you trying to sell Chicago a picture that ain't real for the people that live here? So we're going to run down this. Brother Amara, the piece where that man has been living here all his life and was a victim by these scammers. Now that ain't got nothing to do directly with the Democratic Convention, but it's another reality of Chicago. So we're gonna look at some realities of Chicago as we go down now. We have dealt with the Chris Rock, and we wanted this to be part of the backdrop, the Democratic Convention, that you wanna sell it to the world, but you don't wanna clean it up for the Negro to live in. You want to sell the world that the Negroes ran out of Chicago. You's a lie. The census told a lie, and you telling a lie. So you can upgrade the Hispanics, the Ukrainians, and the Afghans. So you all working yet to tell that lie. But those of us that live here, we know better. Don't come here, Democratic National Convention, or you going to possibly be just like Durbin and his party was out there on the Dan Ryan, running for your life because they killing folks all around the joint, and she can't see that, so it seems. Run this place, man.
Now he faces losing the place he's called home for almost his entire life.
The reason? Reverse mortgage fraud. CBS 2's Suzanne Lemon-Yo has the story you will only see on 2.
What he did was tricked him.
Tyrone Christopher is talking about Mark Diamond, a man accused for more than 2 decades of getting unsuspecting seniors on the south and west sides to sign paperwork involving reverse mortgage schemes. The seniors thought they would be getting rehab work done on their homes and receive a rehab loan.
They supposedly did the bathroom and the roof, which they didn't have to do the roof because it was a new roof.
Christopher says his late mother, Ida Mae Christopher, was one of Diamond's victims. Prosecutors have said Diamond and his co-schemers pocketed the loan proceeds.
Mark lied to her. Wasn't no money. No money got paid out at all.
Christopher says his mother had dementia when she signed the reverse mortgage documents in 2014. Since her death in 2015, he's been dealing with a mountain of paperwork and fighting to keep the house. It's in foreclosure. He's expecting to be served with an eviction notice when he goes to court on Monday.
Gut wrenching, you know, just, wow, took all the air out of me.
Tyrone Christopher moved into this house in 1964 when he was 9 years old. At the age of 10, he told us he planted this tree. Look at how big it is now. Juliet Sorensen knows firsthand what Diamond's victims have gone through.
The U.S. Attorney's Office has identified more than 130 victims in this case, and there are likely more.
Sorensen is a professor in Northwestern's Bloom Legal Clinic. She is not involved in Christopher's case, but has represented 45 of Diamond's victims.
The victims in this case were exceedingly vulnerable. In fact, that's precisely why they were preyed upon in the first place.
At the age of 67, Christopher says he's now faced with leaving the only home he's known since childhood.
I don't know where I'm going. I know where I'm going.
Suzanne Lemon-Yo, CBS 2 News.
All those accused in the reverse mortgage scheme.
Now, Amari, I'm running my mouth. Would you find that piece where that woman, that 73-year-old woman, saying that she almost lost her life? I just want to show us, it should be about number 4 on that thing. Yeah, that woman there.
I am Lily from 18th.
Now, I want you to listen to this and listen to what you heard the spiel for the Democratic Convention. Now, that was an elderly man, and here's an elderly woman who want to come here, and this is what's happening. Fix what's happening here. Show this piece, man. This woman here, poor thing. There's some other pieces, but we're gonna deal with this piece here with this elderly woman and these damn savages that run wild.
Gas, forced to stare down the barrel of a gun.
A robber stealing her valuables and sense of security. CBS 2's Stephen Graves is in Blue Island, where police tell him about a wild chain of events that followed.
Lying on the ground here with a gun held to her head, this grandmother says she leaned on her faith more than ever in that moment, thinking she would die.
I believed that he was going to shoot me because he kept saying it.
Last Sunday afternoon, 68-year-old Evelyn Berry figured she would quickly get gas at this Thornton's on 127th and Vincennes.
I hadn't been home yet. I was just coming from church.
But before she could even pay at the pump, she saw a gun pointed at her.
And I saw the barrel of that gun, and it was big. I stood there for a minute because I froze because I thought I was having an out-of-body experience.
A guy was demanding her belongings. She says he ordered her to the ground.
When he told me don't look at him, I didn't. But it just felt like unreal.
He stole her purse and rode off in a car. Blue Island police later found the bag on the road with a torn strap, the about $200 in her wallet gone.
Every time I think about it, I cry every time. I just can't believe that happened to me.
Berry had no description of the suspect, but the stolen vehicle's plate was spotted on surveillance cameras. That night, state police saw the car on I-57 and chased the driver. The 15-year-old crashed the vehicle in Chicago. 7 juveniles ran out the silver Hyundai Elantra. Everyone was arrested. Blue Island police cannot say for sure if one of them is responsible for attacking Berry, scarring her forever.
And I really haven't been able to sleep. Every time I close my eyes, I see the gun, but I am so grateful. I'm so grateful to be alive.
No word from Thornton's yet on this incident, but Berry says she will never feel safe coming here again. Reporting in Blue Island, Stephen Graves, CBS 2 News.
Thank you, Stephen.
Now,
right now,
there's another situation here. Man and woman in their car, and they both get killed in Chicago, a place that wants a Democratic convention. Haven't you politicians noticed that? Did you not see that? Show us this piece, Mara, once you get it cleaned up. This is what's happening here in Chicago. Don't get it twisted. I'm not being pessimistic. I'm just saying there's reality. Do something about the damn violence so people can have a decent quality of life.
I'm Jim Williams. Brad Edwards has the
That's
night
what we
off.
need.
Right now,
Not
Chicago
no
police are trying to determine whether road rage led to the deaths of a couple on the northwest side.
Dozens of shots fired into the car just before 6 this morning at the corner of Wrightwood and Lamont in the Belmont-Cragen neighborhood. CBS 2's Tara Molina has been digging into crime in the neighborhood and joins us live. Tara.
Erica and Jim, Chicago police tell us no one is in custody. No one has been arrested in these fatal shootings. And we found those fatal shootings that happened right on the street behind me are part of a rise in violent crime in this neighborhood. It has this neighborhood on edge.
They're shooting again. They're still shooting.
Jonathan DeLau speaking out on behalf of his neighbors, one who shielded his child in their home feet from the shooting.
He heard the gunshots and he said he immediately covered his son, and he, after a while, he heard another few rounds, and so he covered the son again and kind of pushed him against the wall. And
DeLau lives here and is a pastor at a nearby church.
my wife was woken up and my daughter was. She thought it was fireworks.
Because there were so many.
We get 30 shots, Lamont and Whitewood.
26 evidence markers on the ground. This is where those fatal shots were fired early this morning, just before 6. Chicago police tell us a 32-year-old man and 31-year-old woman were driving here in the 2500 block of North Lamont Avenue when an unidentified person driving in front of them got out of their car and approached. An argument followed.
They said the person got out of the black SUV with all black clothes, walked up and fired shots fled northbound on Lamar.
Shooting the man and woman multiple times before taking off. Both were pronounced dead at the Illinois Masonic Hospital this morning. The deadly shootings mark an uptick in violent crime in Belmont-Cragen. We ran the numbers and charted them so you can see for yourself. There have been 6 people shot here this year. Last year, during the same time frame, 2 people were shot, with 41 shootings here in all of 2021, a 64% increase since 2019.
It's been close by, but not this close.
Delau told us people who live here are noticing the uptick. And that was before people on this street dialed 911 and shielded their children this morning.
There definitely need to be a change in something.
Chicago police aren't saying much as they continue to investigate these shootings tonight, but we'll continue to check in and we'll continue to bring you the very latest. Reporting live in the Belmont-Cragen neighborhood, I'm Tara Molina, CBS 2 News.
Tara, thank you.
Now, Brother Amari, here's another one. And I'm calling it out to Brother Amari like this because I had it in one order, but, you know, once we entered the Will Smith piece, we wanted to bring up some energy. You know what I'm saying? So now I just got to come back to reality. And that was the reality with the Democratic National Convention. Now, there's another piece here. A little alarming 72-year-old woman got shot in the leg walking in her neighborhood. Now, you want to bring a Democratic convention here?
Because I'm sure it's how.
But people can't even walk down the street? Who are you talking to? You know what I'm saying? Who are you talking to? Where do you live? Because those of us that live in Chicago know that it's not safe in Chicago. Show them this thing, this clip, Brother Amari, and maybe she'll see it. It's amazing how politicians think the citizenry is just blind.
Yeah, and you could understand why with this just happening in broad daylight. Police tell us they do not have an update for us this morning. Still no one arrested for this shooting. But like you said, the Lakeview neighborhood is trying to grapple their heads around this with that 72-year-old woman getting shot while just walking in broad daylight. Concerns about crime continue to grow in Chicago's Lakeview neighborhood after a suburban woman was shot during a walk with her family on North Broadway.
There's a woman laying on the ground. The caller suspects she's been shot by her route.
Police say the woman wasn't even the target as someone in a car fired those shots, just inches shy of hitting a little boy in a stroller.
I came out and saw her laying there, and I'm trained in first aid and CPR, so I went down, and her, at the time I didn't know it was her niece, was cinching her leg with a hoodie.
This marks the second shooting this week around the Lakeview area after Hermilo Beltran was murdered Sunday night walking to work at the Happy Camper on North Clark. Today, 44th Ward Alderman Tom Tooney issuing a statement about the recent string of shootings, saying in part, as it has been for several years, crime remains my #1 priority. I have repeatedly called for more police presence in Lakeview, and I find it unacceptable that our 19th Police District staffing numbers are so low.
South and West Side has been putting up with this for way too long. The North Side needs to step up, and they need to be vocal. We all need to come as a city together and find out what we can do to stop this.
So those investigations for both of these shootings continues today. The good news is from police, they tell us that woman is okay. Her last condition was listed as good at Illinois Masonic Hospital.
Now, do you all recall that when Eddie Johnson, the superintendent, made his move away, well, when she moved him away from that position, they brought in dude, and then they had come up with a system for CTA, and they had SWAT, and they was finna stop all of the insanity and the killings and the fear that citizens was dealing with. Y'all remember? But then some light-skinned creature, I don't know if he was so-called Hispanic or white or whatever the hell he was, but he wasn't a Negro, you couldn't tell by looking. And then he was doing something on CTA, and the officers, black officers, asked him to, do something. He didn't. and the female officer shot him. Since then, the safety on CTA got flushed down the sewer. No more conversation about SWAT to keep people safe. So people are begging the city, we need security. They say they're gonna hire some. They used to have dog patrols. They don't care. You understand? So people are getting whooped. Talking about the drivers. Buses are getting snatched. People are scared. So some people, like this 60-year-old man, he brought his gun with him. Because you could look at him and tell, he ain't in no condition to be boxing and wrestling. But he knew he wasn't going to be safe at work. So when it came and one of the savages attacked him after messing with other people, the poor man shot the savage from behind because he couldn't run fast enough to get in front of the savage. So he did what a man do when he's scared. He just tried to kill, shoot the savage. And now the media and the politicians are presenting it as if the CTA worker is a criminal, as if he went hunting. He didn't go hunting. The savage came hunting, and he caught a bullet. But now you want to make it all seem like it was the CTA worker fault. No, it wasn't. What kicked it off? The lack of safety at your workplace. The lack of safety in Chicago under this administration. Show that piece, man.
Ordered held without bond for allegedly shooting a man at a red line station. Take a look at video here, which has been shared widely on social media right there. And you can see a CTA worker getting shoved to the ground. This is at the 95th Street station. It happened yesterday. Video showing that he stands up with a gun in his hand and he starts shooting. We've frozen the video there. Prosecutors say that Sylvester Adams got into a fight with the man and opened fire when the man walked away. The man was taken to the hospital in critical condition. The CTA says Adams violated its workforce policy by carrying a gun. The transit agency also says Adams will be fired.
Listen at all of that. So now he in a fight. He this, he that. He should be out of jail. Should never have been locked up. Had you, CTA, had you, city administration, been doing your damn job, making the train safe, it never would have happened. It wouldn't have. But it's because that you don't care about Negroes in this damn town, or nobody else. You understand? Maybe she care about the Asians. Maybe the black aldermen don't have to worry now. She done already gave an Asian a daily slot. That's good. I ain't got no problem with it because Bridgeport, Chinatown, there seem to be more Asians over there than you know, other places. But now maybe the aldermen don't have to come up with another seat, another ward for the Asians. Or is this going to mean that the Asians now get 2 wards? But I ain't going to get distracted and go over into that. Because, see, the truth of the matter is, we can see your game. See it. And the game ain't working for the Negro citizens in Chicago. And there's an election coming up. And I'm listening to people on the radio. People trying to sit around and play like everything is cool because you got the gift of gab. But then again, there's another piece where the inspector, not the inspector general, the attorney general of Illinois, Raul, they found that the city violated the law in some things. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to figure out how can the city keep being so far off when a lawyer is in charge. Run this piece here, man. This is just how police are. They really haven't gotten to this point yet that I've seen in Chicago, but I want you to feel this pain, y'all.
Well, some stunning and troubling video is emerging from Aurora police tonight. Aurora's chief says, in her opinion, that video shows one of our officers torturing a prisoner. I'm Ellen Janae.
And I'm Karen Lee. CBS 4 investigator Brian Moss obtained this video for us. So, Brian, why are we seeing this video now?
Well, it's just coming out now 7 months after the officer was fired because he's appealing that termination to the Civil Service Commission in Aurora, and that termination hearing, the appeals hearing, just started today. Aurora's chief did fire Officer Levi Huffine after she saw this video and a warning These pictures and this sound might be bothersome to some viewers.
Please let me up, officer. I can't breathe. I can't breathe, officer.
This is not how Aurora police are supposed to transport prisoners.
I'm about to break my neck, dude.
But this is how CTA Kelly was transported in August of 2019 in the back seat of an Aurora patrol car.
I don't want to die like this, officer.
Officer Levi Hafine arrested the 28-year-old earlier for fighting and other minor charges.
You're going to be hobbled for trying to get out of my car.
He decided to hobble her, tying her handcuffed hands to her ankles when he said she had tried to escape.
I can't breathe.
But on the way to jail, in the backseat of the patrol car, Kelly slips off the seat and becomes inverted.
Please, can you lift me up, please, officer? Officer, please lift me up. Please, officer. It hurts so bad. It hurts so bad.
And for 21 minutes, she rides like this, upside down and begging for her life.
This is some slavery. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, God. Officer, please let me out. Please, officer, don't let me die back here.
That's not what we're hired to do. We are not judge, jury, and executor. We are not to treat people inhumanely like they don't matter. And he is lucky that she did not die in the backseat of that car, because he would be, in my opinion, in an orange jumpsuit right now.
Aurora Police Chief Vanessa Wilson said Kelly could have easily died. Wilson said she believes Hafine was punishing Kelly, that there was no reason to hogtie the woman. And the chief said she was struck at one point by how desperate Kelly became. So she assumed the role of a slave.
Is as an African-American female that she denigrates herself to the point where she is so asking for help, she doesn't know what to do, that she actually calls him master.
Every time I gotta beg you, master. Master, I'll be good.
That, to me, is disgusting.
Honey, why are you head down like that?
Kelly survived the ride, and Aurora dropped all charges against her.
It hurts so bad. Please, officer, don't let me die back here.
He's lucky, and we're all lucky. God bless this woman that she did not die in the backseat of that car.
Chief Wilson said criminal charges were considered against Officer Hafine, but rejected since Kelly was not seriously hurt or killed on that ride. Hafine claims part of the problem was he is so short, he said. He couldn't see what was going on in the backseat of his car. Wilson says he certainly could have heard everything. The hearing does continue tomorrow. After it concludes, the four civil service commissioners in Aurora will make a written ruling on this, probably within about a week or two. They could either uphold the termination or they could give the officer his job back.
Interesting. This goes back 7 months. I mean, this preceded a lot of the controversy we've seen this year.
Yeah.
And that move was made earlier on.
Yeah, this happened a while ago. The firing was in February of this year. The incident itself in August of 2019. But the video, which is so compelling and so disturbing, just coming out today.
Ryan, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
No, and I don't have to apologize or explain nothing to you. But I'm going to say this. That's why I be intense. That's how they treat Negroes right now. Right now in 2022. And these Negroes that been elected by Negroes in positions to sit here and play like they have made so much progress. You see what they did to that woman? Little short creature. Too short to even see in the back seat, so he say. Probably not even a damn citizen. But had the audacity to do that and think he should get his job back. So don't never think that I'm going to come here and sit here and placate your ear. If you don't look at the show, I don't care. Because I'm speaking to the ancestors. I'm speaking to the air. I'm speaking to the rock. I'm speaking to the dirt. If you don't want to hear. But anytime they can take that woman and treat her like that, I mean, that's a hell of a thing. Who are you creatures? And then you Negroes want to sit here and pretend. Yeah, leave it right there because we're going to talk about this because this is how they're supposed to deal with it. Show this picture you showing here, Brother Amari. I couldn't find a video, but show the picture. You see that picture up there? Group of prisoners attack, kill inmate, convicted of murdering 2-year-old girl. authorities say. So snake eyes. That's what we call them in the joint. And that's what they did. And that's what they do. You understand that? You people's out here dealing with a false reality. That's one of the, that headline there, it's down south. That's what's real, y'all. You out here letting your little ugly, crazy, savage offspring running down, doing this, and they get to jail. That's how most of them, many of them, snake eyes, pedophiles, killing grown folks, old folks, any folk, the way they doing it now, yeah, they need to just go on. I ain't gonna say no more on that, because I didn't know dude, but I do know this here. He got what you get. You don't hear about that too much, unless you about that life or been about that life. But it ain't no joke. Show that other picture up there, brother, where these two parents had this kid. Yeah, just show it. I'm gonna just show this here. They got a video. You know, we're gonna look at this piece here. Here's another creature. I hope when they get him in jail, I hope they do him about the way they did that boy. Here's a dude here preparing his nephew to be a dope dealer, and what do? He get the boy to take care of some business, and the boy end up dying.
The overdose death of his 12-year-old nephew. Prosecutors say 35-year-old Troy Noakes of Blackwood lived at the home with the child and manufactured fentanyl there. He's accused of asking the child to clean paraphernalia that contained the drugs without wearing any protective gear. We first reported last month the boy was found unresponsive on a school bus back on January 24th and died at the hospital. Joanna Johnson's also been charged over hindering the apprehension of Noakes.
Now, I want you to think about this. What type of creature would do that? He knew that fentanyl would kill you. He knew that it was 500 to 1,000 times more deadly than anything out here. But he was prepping that boy to be a dope dealer. Probably already had him slanging it. So now he had him preparing some things. And the boy died. And I think one of the things we need to understand is that we need prison, joint justice. So when they get there and they've done things that people know is wrong, I'm talking about elder generations, because most of that mess in there now, so much of them is new generations. But there's still a lot of elders in there. And I know they can't see this on TV. But they need to go back to the old ways. When these savages come into the joint, start doing what you do. You know what I mean? Start doing what you do. And now they're talking about, thank you, South Carolina, letting you use the fine squad again as an option when they get ready to do capital punishment. They need to bring that back. Instead of asking the Democratic Convention to come here, you need to take your sorry behind down to Springfield and ask that they bring back capital punishment. Brother, show this piece here, because they coming for y'all.
Long-time series that you may remember called The Fleecing of America. Over the last 2 years, the federal government approved a historic $5 trillion in pandemic assistance for struggling Americans, small businesses, and healthcare providers. But now investigators say hundreds of billions have been lost to fraud.
This $3.5 million Florida mansion seized by the IRS was bought with taxpayer dollars that were supposed to rescue American jobs and small businesses. Instead, according to law enforcement, it funded a swim-up bar and a horse stable. The buyer got $7 million from the federal government, allegedly claiming he had 400 employees. According to prosecutors, he had none.
Have you been surprised by how quickly fraudsters moved in on this money?
Unfortunately, not really. Michael Horowitz is the top cop overseeing the effort to make sure the $5 trillion in taxpayer dollars went to the right place. This is his first interview in his role as the head of the Pandemic Response Accountability Committee.
When the Small Business Administration, in sending that money out, basically said to people, apply and sign and tell us that you're really entitled to the money. And of course, for fraudsters, That's an invitation.
The fraudsters are bold, buying luxury cars, flights on private jets, mansions, like this Los Angeles couple who led a massive $20 million fraud ring using fake IDs to apply for loans for fake businesses. They texted about the cash that was available. You need to apply, $10K guaranteed. They don't check for blank. It's all automated. Days later, texting, they got the money. I did 7 applications last night, and 4 of them got email that it's funded. I'm telling you to apply to Bluevine, an online loan processor. How much they send you? Like over 500 so far. Raising questions as to how they got the money in the first place, Congress now investigating Bluevine, one of the third-party service providers who processed billions in loans and touted that a business could get loan approval in 5 minutes.
What didn't happen was even minimal checks to make sure that the money was getting to the right people at the right time.
Authorities have pointed to red flags, like the couple listing identical payroll every month. We wanted to ask the company why that didn't tip them off. Bluevine would not do an interview, but sent us a statement saying in part they used robust compliance to reduce fraud in accordance with government guidelines, but say it's regrettable that the government's loan programs were abused by bad actors, despite our best efforts. When federal agents arrived at the couple's door, they allegedly tried to stash this bag of $450,000 in their backyard. Once convicted, they fled, abandoning their teenage children, arrested finally in Montenegro. Investigators insist there are so many more cases like this to uncover. One of their data scientists in California programs computers to find discrepancies.
It's basically impossible for humans to go through it by hand. It would take way too much time.
Just one red flag, this building in San Francisco that they found listed on more than 1,300 different loan applications.
We have our data scientists pouring through those records, looking for anomalies, matching addresses.
These are people who are betting on the fact that you may not be looking.
And what we're here to tell them is we're looking.
Welcome to Sling TV's
Well,
Fan
let me
Freakout
just tell you
Zone.
this
Check out
something
our
here.
Trash Talk Tag. You're overrated,
As
Chad.
relates to the situation, I don't know, it appears that our people need to be paying attention. But if you try to talk about this, they want to talk about the last administration. Well, there's a lot of other things coming out. And, you know, sooner or later, things going to get different. And the culture and the climate in this country now coming out of COVID, and now that they have cut the funding, or actually eliminated the funding for a whole lot of programs. If you don't have insurance, or if you didn't get your test, you know, you won't be able to get it free. It's over with. They took their money and sent it to Ukraine. So the money that they was using for COVID for Negroes, no, it ain't none. They done sent that over there from them white folks so they can bring them over here and give them the test and give them whatever they was giving you. You see? And no, I'm not being a bigot. I'm not being a racist. I'm just calling it for what it is. You was around here going slow and didn't get it done, and what happened? Now you can't get it done. You're gonna die. But them folks that's coming over here from them Afghans and them Ukrainians, they ain't gonna die because of COVID. They're gonna get it because they gave them 16, 13, 14 billion dollars for that. You understand? For the war. And the other money, they separated it. So the money that was with the package, they took care of the war, but they didn't take care of the COVID people. So that's reality, y'all. Don't be mad. And if you want to be mad, that's on you. Now, there's a couple other pieces we're going to hit and we're going to get out of here. Because I know they got their staff meeting and they got other things to do, and we cutting this here sort of show. But, Omari, there's a couple of pictures up there with some savages. They're just pictures, but I want you to look at some of these people that's out here that you need to see. Look, show them two right there, them savages. But we ain't going to play the video. Those people is ripped off people. You know what I'm saying? And now they finna go to jail. They sort of like that Diamond Group. These two here. Now, that's a man and a woman. ripping them off. Now they got 2 black savages up there that attacked this 60-year-old man, and he was able to fend them off, but they didn't have a video for that. So I wanted you to see them so you could see and understand what's real. And once you begin to recognize them, then as you walk back and forth going down the streets, you'll begin to pay attention. You'll begin to profile. And maybe the police will start back profiling. Because right along and now, there is no safety. And if you're not paying attention, you will become a victim. Find that piece if you can about now these people want to imitate Willie Wilson. Now they want to give out some gas. You understand? And that's cool. Thanks to Reverend Dr. Willie Wilson. But now they want to do it better than he did. But what they want to do is try to show this is how it should have been done. No, now you're creating confusion. Now you want to talk about a lottery. You understand? Now you want to talk about this and that. Places just, why didn't you fund him to continue? Or to reimburse him? No, you didn't want to do that. See, this politics is a hell of a thing. And the sadness is, we, don't seem to get it. And appears that, well, if you don't see the one I sent you, Amari, just use any one of those things that's all over the news right now talking about the city finna give away some gas. They finna give away $12 million worth of gas and CTA or whatever other type of support for transportation. That's what's going to happen. Now, I'm going to send this again. When I look at this thing and I see myself go to this thing here, looking for it, but there are things here, not about Willie Wilson. Man, with Lightfoot up there giving away some gas, that'll work. It ain't the one I sent, like I said, but it don't matter. Now, so I'm going to send it again. And sometimes this daggone technology is a trip. It do what it want to do, and I mean, that's cool. But right long and now,
$7.5 million in prepaid gas cards are headed for the pockets of Chicago's neediest drivers. Sound familiar? Mayor Lightfoot's announcement comes just 1 week after businessman Willie Wilson gave away $1 million in gas, his second giveaway this month. CBS 2 investigator Megan Hickey joins us live. And Megan, many are pointing out that both Lightfoot and Wilson may be eyeing the same job.
Right, Jim. Neither have officially declared that they're running for mayor in 2023, but they're at least considering it. So we're asking, is this a political tactic, and will it work?
We're literally going to pull from a lottery.
Up to 50,000 physical prepaid cards of $150 will be distributed. Chicago residents have to be 18, have a valid city sticker, and have a household income at or below 140% of the area median income for Chicago. So for a family of 4, for example, that's under $130,480.
I'd have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I could sit in a long line.
Lightfoot making a nod to scenes like this from last week.
Try to get in line early.
I knew it was going to be like this because people are hurting.
Businessman and politician Willie Wilson gave away $200,000 in gas at Chicago pumps earlier in the month, followed by another $1 million last week at participating gas stations in Chicago and the suburbs.
And he's pumping my gas for me. I was going to pump the gas, but he's doing it.
When you're thinking about the game plan, it sounds remarkably the same.
Kimberly Agonwin, attorney, host, and political commentator for WVON's Afternoon Drive show, says this is one signal that election season is in full swing. She notes the timing of the announcement.
If they're giving out $7.5 million, that sounds like something that they could have done quite a bit ago before Willie Wilson.
And notes that Lightfoot's giveaway is more restrictive in terms of eligibility, but agrees the need is there.
I think this is a smart move by Mayor Lightfoot and her administration.
Helping your constituency is always smart. Whether that translates into votes or not, that's a gamble on both of their parts. I don't know that that is going to translate, you giving me something for free and now I'm going to vote for you. I don't know how that translates.
Now, you can't sign up for these city-issued cards just yet. Applications will open on April 27th, and we're told much more information will be available pending City Council approval. Live in the South Loop, Megan Hickey, CBS 2 Investigators.
Megan, thank you.
Yeah, now you're going to turn out to be some more of that stuff like that guaranteed income. Been telling people that was available and woo-woo, and then you come up with all of these stipulations. Now here I'm a senior citizen. You know, for years I was getting a discount on them taxes, but I got a 2 flat. But don't nobody stay there but me. Single family home. That's what's on the damn deed. Single family home. I called down and said, well, why my bill done double? Some little maggot working for the city gonna tell me, well, maybe you use more water. I got to meet a little boy. I'm not talking about how much water I use. I know how much water I use. I'm talking about the damn taxes being added on, and I'm a senior that thought he had an exemption. But now, this administration. So they say, well, so he put me on hold and thought I was going to sit there, and I wasn't going to hang up. Then somebody else got on there because, see, I worked for the city, and I know game. But that don't happen when we was there, where you sit around and you laugh and you pretend, I'm going to just put them on hold and da-da-da-da. No, it was your attitude. The attitude of city workers now is just like the attitude of the administration. Funky, stanky, just a stank attitude. So that's why people say, well, why don't people like it? Because your attitude, you stink. The people that work for the city stink. So then I get another female on there and I tell her, you know, this little boy that you had answer the phone, woo, woo, woo. She said, well, you can still get it, but you had to go through CTA. Ain't that a trip? Here I am, now you want me to go give CTA my information when the city had already given me an exemption. Just like the trap you got on the damn streets, particularly Western. 6 miles an hour. So you can't trust nothing. You gave people so-called amnesty, people that was really violating the law, but people that just driving, trying to get where they going. Now you got a trap where if they go 6 miles over the speed limit, and it's done made more money than that other game with that ticket thing made in 8 years under this administration. So don't y'all get faked out by this foolishness. This thing about the lottery. What about the people that just need some gas, man? They ain't got time for no lottery. But that's the game she played. Now you're going to play and you're going to ride the back of Willie Wilson. We'll see. But I done told y'all. But I can't say no more than that because you can't politic over here on Can TV. I ain't forgot. I understand. Now, Mara, let's get ready to close. But let me tell you what I want you to do. Find that piece there where you see that garbage around the school. Because there was something yesterday, I'm out there looking, and some things was happening, and I go back around the school, and right here, I want to run this video so y'all can see. You know, I don't just be electric on here talking. No, I'm out there in it. And when I see encampment of homeless people right there, right in the door of a school, I'm hoping that somebody that work for CPS, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to look at this. Park District, I know if I would have called somebody that's in a tall position in the Park District, that piece there in the Park District, he didn't, they said woo-woo. But look at this and listen to this, and until next week, Alafia. Peace and good health. 31st, that's why I stay 100. Today is March 31st, 2022, 8:55 a.m. Homeless encampment right here at a school. Right here. You can see the school. I want you to look good. See that? That's the school. What? Man, I don't know what the hell. I mean, there's more of it. But okay, there it is. On that level. Now, there's another piece there. Show that piece there about the cat, Omar. Forget about the other one. They can go to YouTube and find that. I don't know how this stuff works. You send it, and they send what they send, and that's okay. But find that little piece about the cat because I want to show folks some of what we're doing out here. You know, we ain't just talking. You know, people just be talking. Yeah, I see this thing I was telling you about this. All right, now I'm seeing the video and hearing the video, but I see me. 31st, 2022, 8:55 a.m. Homeless encampment right here at a school. right here. You can see the school. I want you to look good. See that? That's the school. School door. Homeless camp right in the door. Now, I don't know. I don't know who's responsible for this. Right here in the Park District. I'm just walking around here. You know, there's a lot I could say, but I won't. But I'm showing this picture. Look at this. At any time, whoever lived here or lived here could come into this school, to see the school, the door right here at the school, could come up in here, just have their way. Who paying attention to this? See this? This is right here, in a park. Look at here. People got the clothes all on the line. They walk here. I guess they be coming off the railroad track. But look what we got here. Stop playing. Stop playing. Look at it. Then you come up in here. How do you not see this? How do you not see this? How in the hell do you not see this? Look at this. Look at this. Dude come here and do anything they want to these kids. Look at this. What the hell is this? Homeless camp. Right here at the door of a school. Just look. Get mad at me. What's going on up in here? You mean to tell me all these kids that run by here, all of these teachers and so forth that run by here, all of these workers in the park, and ain't nobody come over here and took care of this? Just look at it. Right here in this park. Right next to this here. Kids coming. Play a lot. Look at this. Don't make no damn sense. Now let me be clear. You know, me and Omar have been talking, and he was saying some things. Omar said something to me once that really was something. Omar said, when you gonna stop letting these people pimp you? Now, Omar is an African. I don't mean no harm when I say that. You know, so I was shocked as hell when he said it. You know, I asked Omar how to do something with the with something, and Omar said, "Man, where is it at?" I say, "It's in somebody else's name." He looked at me and said, "Man, you know, why are you letting these people pimp you?" So then Omar said, "Look here, let me show you how to do things. So you're gonna be seeing more of what you just saw." You right. He said, "Man, take your own phone and go out here and get busy. You don't have to be doing that."
Whether you think it's
So you're gonna see some things that's gonna make you uncomfortable, y'all. Because I'm gonna be getting it, I'm gonna be skinning it, and I'm gonna be showing it. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Because I ain't scared on that level. And I'm not saying that like I'm a gangster. I'm just saying I ain't scared of what you think. I'm gonna show you what you walk by that you don't see. How do the principal walk in that door every day? How do the teachers walk in that door every day? The same way they let the damn kids use so much profanity until you can't believe it in a grammar school. Same way that the kids can run around the park, running laps and carrying on, and don't no teacher with them see that garbage. But under the Daley administration, you would never have that. But under Rahm Emanuel, in this administration, homelessness, they don't see it. Right there on kids in other places, right past Albany, under the daggone viaduct. There's been a camp on both sides of the streets of homeless people for years under this administration. But you want a Democratic convention to come here? Why don't you do what's right now for the citizens and then bring the convention? You know what I'm saying? But that's why it's good that I don't want to talk about politics. Find the cat, Omar, and run that little it ain't but 2 minutes or whatever. Because the cat, I want people to see that I see cats. Little cat came up to me. I said, okay. I bought the cat, gave it some food. Now, I almost want to take the cat because I'm scared. That cat, whoever had the cat, they must have moved from that particular place because the cat running around trying to get in the building. And I see the cat getting poked. And yeah, that one right there. Play that. All right, cat. Such a beautiful cat here. He's been walking back and forth to school. Look like the people that own them must have left. He's losing weight. I'm getting concerned that she's allowed to get hit, but she out here hunting. Sometimes I give her some food, but guess I have to pick up some and keep it in the car. What a beautiful creature. Follow all of the kids. Just doing this recently. I think the people moved out of the building. A little bit concerned the cat might end up getting in harm's way. Beautiful creature. Yeah. We'll see. Yeah, I just figured we'd throw that out there at you. Now I'm finna go back out here because them birds come out, but that cat was looking for him some birds. Or her some birds, I don't know what it is. But it was on the hunt. The next week, like I said earlier, Halafia, peace, and good health.